I was doing some research for a documentary about death for a production company in America and looking at the differences in attitudes towards it in the East and the West, and I thought, this is a really fascinating subject and it's a subject that's of personal interest to me, and I thought, this would really make a great narrative story looking at this subject. And I kind of thought, I need to perhaps look at it a little bit deeper and explore it a bit further. And out of the blue I had a daydream. And in this daydream, I saw this 8-foot tall Grim Reaper walking down the pathway at night to this country house. It bangs on the door, wakes up this woman called Sylvia, and she comes downstairs, precariously opens the door, and she's confronted by this great big monstrosity standing there with its scythe, and it's clearly come for her. At this point, the Lossen appears. The Lossen is like an agent of death for the Grim Reaper, and he realizes that there's a complication in taking her because she hasn't fulfilled her dream. Basically, the story is that the Lossen takes Sylvia on her journey to the moment she lost her dream. She always thought she'd fulfilled that dream, but of course she hadn't. She was a successful businesswoman, had an amazing life, but the one thing she wanted, she didn't achieve. So that's the story, and that's what I saw in the daydream, and I thought, I've got to look into this. I've got to really start exploring it. And so I started developing the idea, because I thought, this is a story that could be very spooky, it could be very funny, because the daydream was quite funny in places, and also it could be very emotional. So I started to develop the storyline, and then I came to write the script, which took me about 6 days. I did a couple of extra drafts to go a bit further with it, and then I got to a point where I wanted to share it with a few people I trusted, who I knew would give me honest feedback. And their feedback was very positive, and I thought, this has got a real possibility to go somewhere. So I thought, this is not just any short film. This is a film it's very ambitious. It's not a film you could shoot over a weekend. It's got night shoots, it's got one character that's actually over 3 generations. It goes into different time periods, the 50s, the 80s and contemporary. And I thought, this is gonna need some money to make this. So then I thought, I'm gonna have to raise some money somehow. So I put a proposal together and an animated trailer, went to some potential people who might perhaps invest, and how it turned out is that the people I approached and asked for money didn't actually offer the money, but it was the people who I just talked to about the film who were just so enthused by it that they just offered the money out the blue. And for me, it kind of set the scene that there was a lot of serendipity involved. It took about a year to raise the money we needed for filming, and once we got that money in place, it meant that we were ready to go into pre-production.